All right, so here's part two. So we have two different kind of one-step equations. Before we were adding and subtracting, this time we are dividing and multiplying. But the question is the same. What value can we substitute for x that would make this true? So in this first one, 9 equals 3x. So like I said in class yesterday, 3x is the same as saying 3 times x. So you would just think to yourself, okay, 3 times what is equal to 9? And you know, that's not too hard for mental math. We know that 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So we could do that in our head. 3 times 3. So 9 equals 3 times 3. But we also know that 9 divided by 3, remember this line means divide, equals 3. So we can use that kind of logic to figure this out. So we always want to get x by itself. If this had been like different numbers, like something that was more complicated, maybe wouldn't give us a nice integer like 3, maybe it'd give us a decimal or something, then we would definitely want to use Desmos or something like that. But either way, we want to get x by itself. So to do that, we have to use our inverse operations again. So we, like in the last examples, we were talking about how the opposite of adding is subtracting and the opposite of subtracting is adding. So these inverse operations, we are looking at the coefficient, the number in front of x. So the coefficient for this first example is 3. That's the number right in front of x. So we need to divide by the coefficient. So we're going to divide on the right side of the equal sign by 3 because 3 is the coefficient. And if we do it on the right side, we have to do it on the left side. We always do the same thing on both sides. So we have to divide 9 by 3. And like we just said, 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So that's our answer, just like we set up here. The second one is a little different than what you've mainly been seeing, but it's still the same idea. We're still using inverse operations. So we have 24 equals x divided by 5. So we need to figure out what divided by 5 equals 24. And we know that if we multiply 5 times 24, we'll get our answer. So we're going to multiply both sides. These parentheses mean multiply. We're going to multiply both sides by 5 because right now we're saying x divided by 5. The opposite of that is multiplying by 5. So we have 5 times 24, which is, here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and separate it to show that we're multiplying 5 on both sides. So 5 times 24, if we wanted to go to Desmos, we could do that. Let's open a new tab. Desmos. 5 times 24 is equal to 120. X divided by 5 times 5, those 5 just cancel out, and we're left with just x. So we end up with 120 equals x. So we just keep using our inverse operations.